Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and we're going to cover the White Cliffs Tournament 9-hole Cup Rookie Division final round. So this one's pretty disappointing for me. This one I could have maybe took down the top spot, but minus 13, it's okay. This is a tough tournament, but you're going to see why I'm disappointed. Got off to a great start, dropped hole number 1. Took a very weird birdie on hole number 5, which is a par 5, which you'll see here in a minute. And then we dropped hole number 7. So if I would have just eagled that par 5, we'd be sitting there tied for a gold banner. And then obviously it would have came down to tiebreaker. But it is what it is, kind of a fluky shot there on 5. But, we'll hop into it here and try to see if we can get you a gold banner. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please become one. That would be awesome. If you like my videos, please take a moment there to hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to support the channel for the work that I did this week, you can always find a link to my PayPal in the comments below. Or if you'd like to become a member to the channel, check out the description. Either of those would be super sweet as well. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into this thing here. Hole number 1. Last time we played it with the katana, but this time, since it's the finals, I went ahead and took out the power 3 ball to see if we can make this drive a little bit easier, and ultimately, it really played out the same. So as you can see here, I'm stretching my club up just to make sure, that I land on the right part of the fairway that I'm aiming for. Now here, we're going to adjust at 10% elevation, and then to get our distance, we're going to push back up to max. We're using about half of a ball of overpower. The thing is, you want to be careful with the overpower, especially if you have an extra mile 8 or 9, because if you don't clip the rough and roll out, you're probably going to hit the fairway and actually roll into the sand up there before the pin. So be very careful of, not going full overpower if you do have a high-powered driver like myself. That's going to bring us into shot number 2. Shot number 2, this time I did pack my runner. We're playing this the exact same way we played in pro. So we're going to play this one 20%. We're going to play this one at mid-distance of our club. And we're going to be going for the rough bump here. Pretty easy. I stretch my club out to see where I'm at. I'm somewhere between mid and max. But I went ahead and played it straight up at mid. That's what I normally do, just to see how the shots will play. But I do like this rough bump shot. We do get this ball to drop, as you saw on the scorecard, putting us for a very nice start into the final round of the tournament. Bring us on the hole number 2. Hole number 2, this is not a great looking shot. I played it 20% at mid. I'm going for the bounce over shot here. 2 top with 2 left. We have the ball guideline pointing at the hole, just a tad shy. This was not really close, so this is one that, you can kind of take and look at my setup there and sort of tweak it as you go. If you wanted to spend a practice token or 2, that would help you get dialed in as well. But then we go into hole number 3. Now, hole number 3 in the qualifying round, we picked up the albatross, and the wind angle feels like it's kind of the same, getting this tailwind. So I tried to play the shot the same. Unfortunately, no albatross this time. But you can see we're just going down the middle of the fairway here. 3 bars of side spin to the left with about 1.3 bars of top spin. Unfortunately, hit a great ball to the left, but that's going to be okay on this hole. We're still going to make it onto the fairway. Again here, this is one to be very careful with the amount of top spin that you use. You don't want to roll too far up ahead into that rough there, right? 10% at max is what I played this shot at. As you can see here, I am at max distance of my sniper. Here I went with the same type of spin that we used in the qualifying round. But the thing is I'm lining up here on a different part of the fairway. So as you can see, this one kind of slopes from a higher elevation to a lower elevation when I pull my rings. That's going to throw my shot off just a little bit here. Definitely seems to be a part of the fairway where it dips down a little bit. So we get our perfect ball. And you'll see here, again, this one's not even close. So that one's going to have to use some tweaking as well. A perfect shot would probably have you lined up a little bit better as far as that goes. But now we'll go on to hole number 4, which I'm playing the Guardian shot again. This time I'm going with a Quasar for the side spin. This one is very difficult to pick up the ace on, in my opinion. Definitely a hard hole. I think it does play a little bit better on rookie than on pro than it does on rookie. But regardless, we do take this one for a pretty easy birdie. Now, the thing that I would say about this, though, is we're only using, a Quasar. So a very cheap ball to buy with gems. If you're somebody who's patient and wanted to take this same approach and play with a little bit more backspin and take this one to the practice round, you might be able to get this one to fall because the speed is good. As you can see here, we're directly aligned with the hole. We just need to figure out the landing spot. And, that one might be one that it might be worth a couple of practice tokens on with only a Quasar to see what you could do. All right, this is the hole that cost me a chance at a banner. So we'll take a look at it. The drive is fairly simple. We're only going to use about 4 bars of top spin with 3 bars of side spin to the right. Now, the reason that we're only going with 4 bars of top spin is because on my other account, I went ahead and used all 6 with no overpower. And this ball ended up taking off on me on the fairway and rolled into the rough. So unfortunately, on both of my accounts, I picked up a birdie on this hole. It is not like me, but it happened. So here you're going to see why I say this is a little bit odd and a little bit fluky here of a birdie. I'm going with a full top spin, 3 bars of side spin to the left, okay? And the wind is also blowing from right to left. So I've got this ball totally moving to the left-hand side of everything. Overpower combined with a perfect shot put me in the sand. So what an unfortunate roll this is to dip right there into the bunker. That one really stinks. That one's a little odd, like I said, because look at the wind. The wind is clearly blowing to the left. I use all the side spin to the left. I was aimed down the middle of the fairway for the most part, and somehow we caught just a little roll into the bunker, and unfortunately I didn't save it. So, let's kind of learn from that one. We see how that ball reacts, and that's a tough one to swallow for sure. Okay, that'll take us on to the next hole, hole number 6. Hole number 6, same approach as we used in the qualifying round, except this time we're going with a katana. We have our yellow ring over here by the rough line, which you'll see me correct. You're just going to want to know that when you go to pull your rings, you don't want to pull it from this angle because this hill gets in your way. So you're going to have to push your rings by flipping the camera around in reverse that we normally do. You can see their yellow ring on the rough line. And then we push up instead of pull. About half of a ball of overpower combined with some right curl. This gets us right where we need to be down the fairway, leaving us for what looked like a really nice shot on shot number 2, in which I played at 10%. The shot does definitely seem to be uphill, so it would be something that we could take a look at by playing negative elevation. But, this is really an odd shot here. As you're going to see, I'm able to play with minimum distance of my thorn. Tailwind, ball guideline going through the pin. Just take a normal shot here. Perfect ball. And this thing is just dead. So This green plays a little odd, but, we knew this is a difficult course heading into it. So, that's it as far as that goes. This one we do pick up a hole-in-one on. This is a nice shot. I did spend one practice token, so I played one account. I got pretty darn close. I spent a practice token and got even closer. So I had a pretty good idea that when I went into this shot that I would be right at the pin. So what it is one bar of side spin to the right combined with about 4.2, 4.3 bars of backspin, 45% elevation at mid. And you'll see where we're aiming here as far as ball guideline goes. It's really going directly to the hole. The thing it took me a couple shots to figure out was what elevation to play it at. I started at 35, then I went up to 55, and then 45 seemed to be what I needed. And there we go. We hit the pin, and we dropped that one in for a nice hole-in-one, a difficult hole-in-one, but we do pick it up, which is really nice. Takes us to hole number 8. Hole number 8, fairly simple as far as the drive and shot number 2 goes. We are very, very close to putting this one in the hole as well. Here, all we're going to do is use a navigator. That's all we need. Full backspin. Don't need any side spin. We're just aiming right down the center of the fairway. Perfect ball. Pretty easy, like I said. I want you to try this shot at 5% at mid. Okay, so 5% at mid. And the reason that I say that is because the shot that you're seeing right now is being played 10% at mid. And what's going to happen here is you're going to see we're pulling our rings to the right-hand side of the green. And we miss by a fraction to the right. So if we would have played this shot less elevation, that would have made us pull less rings, and that shot might have had a chance to go into the hole. Okay. Leaves us on the hole number 9. This is a very easy drive. We're going to go with a Titan ball. That's all we need. Full top, full right. Now you're going to see here I'm putting my ball guideline on the fairway just like this. Leaving myself with room to the left and right for a great shot just in case I hit one. I'm using max curl to the right. Now, if you would like to make this easier by using a Kingmaker, more power to you. It's going to give you that extra bar of side spin to the right. So if you're playing with a driver that doesn't have as much curl as mine, that might be a good idea to do. And that's going to take us right in here to the final shot of this tournament, which we're just going to play 1 for 1. So the wind is 3.9. We're going to play this one 3.9 rings with some right curl. Hey, I hope you found the video helpful. I think you got a lot of good shots in here to try to take home a winner. Please let me know how you do in the comments. And then secondly, like I said, take a moment there to become a subscriber. Hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to support my time and efforts throughout the week, you can find my link to my PayPal in my comments below. Anything helps. It really, really does. Or if you'd like to become a member to the channel, make it easier on you, just go ahead and hit that link in the description below. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Best of luck.